It's me again, the Rock Doctor, coming at you live with my Lick of the Week, number 20. So today, here's what was up. I was using another cool 2-bar lick to play over the first section of my backing track in E number 1. So let me start out by just talking about the loop section of the backing track there, and let me play through it slow. It's mainly power chords. But it's kind of cool, so here it is. And basically what was happening there was I had an E power chord with the root note on the A string, 7th fret. I went to basically an A power chord that has a C sharp bass note in the 4th position. It's the root note on the A string. Then I went to a D, same position, 5th position, I should say. I did that twice. Then I went to an open A power chord, hit it twice. Then I went to a low G note on top, open E power chord, couple of mutes, 3 mutes, and then a G chord at the end, just for spice. Here's the whole thing slow again. That little bit of vibrato. I stole that from Ronnie Montrose. I always thought that was cool. Okay, so now let me talk about the chord progression a little bit more. Let me pull up the old dry erase board. Ooh, here it is. Look. So I've got 4 measures. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first section I go from E to A and D. And then the lick itself, when I get there, I'm going to resolve it to the D at the end. I'm going to either play a D note or an A note. They seem to work pretty good. Their chord tones are D. So there's that. When I get to the second set of 2 measures, the chords went from D, and I ended on G in the 3rd measure. And then I went from E to G at the end, but I'm really resolving that one. With the same lick, I resolved to chord tones of E. I think I used B, and I used E notes. So we'll talk about that here in a sec. But that's the basic gist of it. Again, that's my backing track in E number 1. It's on my channel. What else can I say? Let me get this out of the way. I was using the home scale E minor pentatonic to play this lick, and it's kind of cool. You know, we've got our basic licks that everybody plays, and this is really another one. This is a series of descending, cascading 16th notes. Is a little trickier. So let me play through one. That was actually the first one, and I'll have that all tabbed out with scrolling tab. So let's talk about what I did. And each one of these licks is the same except for the ending note. So I'll just discuss the first one, how I played through it, and then I'll discuss what note goes at the end for each chord. So, okay, here's what I did. Okay, so here's that lick again. The first one there, the first 4 notes on the first beat are 15 to 12 on the high E. I pulled that off. Then I went to 15 to 12 on the B string, like this. So there's the first set of 4 notes. Now, the next set, I'm going to go to the high E string. I'm going to play the 12th fret and on the high E. Then I'm going to go to the B string and play 15 and 12. Then I need one more note. I went to the G string and played 14. So now I've got this. Okay, now I'm going to stay on the B string. I'll go from 15 to 12. G string, 14 to 12. Then I need 4 more notes for the final beat of the first measure. That's the B string 12. Then I'm going to go to the G string and I'm going to play 14, pull off the 12, and finish up on the D string 14. They all do this. The difference is how I end them. For the first one, at the end of the second measure there, the chord at the end is a D, so I wanted a chord tone for D. So I played an A note. This is D chord right here, look. That's how I did it. Okay, now, second time around, the second 2 measures, I'm resolving to an E chord tone. So here's this one. That was 14 on the G string. I bent it up to a B note, which is a chord tone of E. All right. The second time around, for the second time around for the second measure, I should say, where I end on D, I did this. Oh, sorry. There it is. Half step bend on the B string 14. That gives me a D note. Here it is. Good. D note for the D chord. The final one, I did the same lick again, and I played the whole lick, and then I ended on the B string 15. I bent it up a whole step and got an E note. What else can I say about this cascading sequence? It's kind of cool. It's a great exercise too, even though I don't like exercises. If you don't have a lot of time to practice, don't spend most of it doing exercises. Learn licks, and then learn how to play them over the chord progressions. Again, you have to know what chord to end, what chord tone to end on, what chord is at the end of your lick, and you tie it in that way. Let me do one more thing here. You can go all the way across the strings as an exercise doing this little thing. I won't tab this out, but once you get the gist of it, you can carry it all the way across. Let me do that. You could also ascend. And you can work that a little bit if you have time to practice exercises. You can work that back and forth for a while, and that would be kind of cool too. All right. So it's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, order me a pizza. No vending machine pizza. And I guess I'm out of here. I'll see you all next time. Bye.